This happened to me a few months ago, when I worked for a transport company. I was going up La Rumorosa at 1 a.m. I was driving slowly because they had already told me that driving at night through La Rumorosa is unpleasant. The atmosphere feels very heavy because of everything that has happened there. Out of nowhere the radio went off. It stayed off for about 2 minutes, then it came back on, but it was nothing but static, so I turned it off. Later my stereo went out and I didn't turn it back on. As I kept moving I heard what sounded like laments. I told myself it must be the wind and didn't give it much importance. Then suddenly I heard a scream, a woman's lament, and I clearly felt something climb the strip next to the co-pilot and start forcing the door, trying to open it. I hit the horn to try to knock whatever might have climbed on, but from the rearview mirrors I didn't see anything or anyone. Still, I could hear as if someone wanted to open the door and get in. I tried to turn on the radio to ask the driver behind me if he had something on his door. The radio stayed in static, but now there were voices and laments within the static. A few meters later the feeling of someone forcing the door stopped, and I felt an intense cold run through my body. I tried the stereo again, and this time it came on normally. I tried to calm down because I had gotten really nervous. I was starting to feel a little better when, at the next curve, the headlights and some reflected stones focused on a woman. She was all in white with dark hair and looked very dim. I tried to look at her face but I couldn't make out any features. I only saw that she was holding the hand of a 5-year-old child, dressed in white and tanned. Neither of them looked like they were stepping on the ground. They seemed to be floating. I got very scared and started to pray. Suddenly they disappeared. I turned on the radio to see if it had signal and asked the driver behind me if he had seen what I saw. He said no. The only thing he had seen was a huge black dog jump from the road into the ravine. After crossing La Rumorosa I arrived at a pension to try to rest, but I couldn't sleep. I was pretty traumatized. As an additional detail, when the woman appeared with the child, my little radar detector, the device that beeps when there's an ambulance or patrol nearby, turned on and started beeping like crazy. I had heard things about La Rumorosa, but I didn't think they were real.